Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and I'm on to talk about Telcoin and why I feel Telcoin will be a really big deal. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and you should always do your own research. And thank you to TelFam and crypto as a whole for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So with Telcoin, over the last 24 hours is up 1.86%, and it's sitting at 20245, right? So a nice little up and to the right chart, which we like. Market cap is sitting at 177 million, and the trading volume has kind of pulled back a little bit. It's right around 741k, and it was ranging between that $1 and $2 million mark over 24-hour periods over the last couple of weeks. But it happens with these particular crypto projects. It's cyclical, and surely that volume will pick back up. So what we're going to do is go to the newsroom. What we're going to do is briefly talk about Telcoin Community Update Volume 11, but we want to revisit some key points in there, specifically from Paul Nooner, right? And I kind of pared it down a little bit into my own little document. So Paul Nooner kind of talks about the updating of the new app and the new version of the app. He talked about, the expansion of supported digital assets, which we all know 110 crypto assets are now available within the Telcoin app, which, again, makes it more usable, makes it more versatile, but makes it more attractive to the consumer because you're able to trade a variety of different crypto assets. But I highlighted a few key points. Upgrade of banking rails. Telcoin is upgrading its banking infrastructure in the US, the EU, and select receiving side markets with key remittance corridors. This aims to facilitate seamless stablecoin transactions in these prominent remittance corridors. So, if you remember with Paul Nooner, he specifically stated that they want to open up more corridors, right? Because as it stands right now, you can send money from Canada and US to like 16 other countries. Well, they want to expand those remittance corridors to a wider margin, right? To more countries, right? And it goes here on to say, focus on remittance corridors. The company has been concentrating on establishing stablecoin rails on both sides of important remittances corridors, a goal that is now coming into fruition, right? So again, they're kind of re-emphasizing the remittances there. Compliance system overhaul. Telcoin has successfully overhauled its compliance system, now possessing foundational infrastructures that meets the stringent requirements of central banks globally. This accomplishment is emphasized in comparison to FTX. So they've done everything possible to be compliant, to kind of meet some of those banking regulations, right? Because they feel that by doing that, it will not only protect Telcoin, but it also kind of pr- protect the consumers and anybody kind of using Telcoin system. So be thankful that Telcoin is kind of going that route, but it also is them wanting to be that digital asset bank, which we all know. And it says bank caliber and crypto modern compliance system. The compliance system developed by Telcoin is described as having both bank caliber and crypto modern features, positioning it as highly capable within the current market. So it's a nice blend of banking and crypto, right? Who better to start the digital banking asset revolution than Telcoin and merge the two together, right? And have the ability to be able to have like banking type services, however that looks like, whether it's like some sort of loans through the bank or different type of maybe bank accounts, different types of digital savings accounts. There's a variety of different banking products that could be added within the Telcoin system, but also it may allow some of their banking partners to potentially use what Telcoin has and hook to their system. And then it says balancing fiat remittance and DeFi trading. Telcoin has faced the challenge of balancing its remittance product with DeFi crypto trading platform. The company believes that successfully merging these two worlds will result in a product worth the effort and the wait. So they have gone through all these updates to kind of merge the best of both worlds, right? So imagine a system where you have high remittance transfer payments, people sending money from the US and Canada to various other countries in the world and getting a percentage of some of those remittance fees, right? And those fees be kind of being funneled through the system to kind of, you know, reward stakers, or just being able to have a reliable app on the mobile phone in which you can just trade like a variety of different crypto assets. And an area where Telcoin would need to go is continue to put different crypto projects on there that other exchanges don't have. That would be kind of the way to go. So, so again, it's going to be worth the wait with what Telcoin is trying to accomplish, right? And just kind of looking at this further, right? Why is remittance important? So remittance market to reach 1.23 trillion globally by 2030, right? So imagine Telcoin getting a piece of that, right? And companies wanting to come to Telcoin because it's a bank, a digital asset bank that is regulated, that is built on blockchain technology, that has remittance transfer payments. Oh, by the way, they have all these different crypto project and assets that they can trade within the app. Now, again, the Telcoin app is going to continue to expand. People have to remember that. It's not going to be the same today as it's going to be next year. If you look back to the beginning of January 2023, or even go back a year to December 2022, if you look back from that point to this point, the app has vastly been updated and it's been quick, right? So imagine the speed that Telcoin is going to do. So why is Telcoin going to be a big deal? They're going to be a big deal because of this expansion globally of the remittance transfers within the Telcoin app, right? And remember, their goal is to bank the unbanked, so they're going to try to be in every mobile phone globally through the various like telecom providers, right? And all that foundation and stuff, it starts now with Telcoin. You have to remember, this is a this is a company that their actions speak louder than their words. This is not Telcoin is not some company that they just blow smoke or is smoke and mirrors. When they say they're going to do something, they do it, right? So I have full confidence with the remittance transfer payments, right? Which we mentioned, with the expanding of the remittance corridors, and again, this huge market here tapping into this global remittance transfer payments, and that being kind of funneled through Telcoin's app. Again, this is just a small piece of what Telcoin is doing. And also having, GSMA members having their subscribers potentially using the Telcoin app or having some sort of customizable app for their customers hooking to Telcoin, this is going to be a game changer. Imagine Telcoin here. Imagine them kind of, you know, taking some of the market share of Western Union, right? Taking some of this market share of World Remit, right? Imagine them taking some of this market share. It's a possibility. Oftentimes they'll say, companies like these are the companies like that. Companies like these are the ones that other companies should fear because companies like Telcoin, they come out of nowhere. You're not paying attention. They come out of nowhere and they have a sound business model. They have a sound plan of how they want to achieve their goals. And they execute quickly and they have a great leadership team, right? So with Telcoin, let's dream big, right? Let's dream big and definitely for me, I'm really, really confident in their future and what they can do, taking this to the next level. So look for some sort of update. I would say look for some sort of update between now and maybe first quarter of 2024. Basically, Telcoin stating we're opening up additional corridors from a remittance standpoint. So that's what I'm kind of looking for next. We've already kind of stumbled across the digital asset bank legal documentation that was kind of shared on X, a couple of I'll say a week or so ago, right? And I even, like I mentioned before, went onto the Nebraska Secretary of State website to see that it is registered in name as a digital asset bank. And one other thing that I wanted to do is real quick look at the governance. Not going to go through all this. So again, with a company like Telcoin, it's like the devil is in the details, right? A lot has happened this year. And on top of that, they create this Telcoin Association, which gives kind of governance to Telcoin investors, right? So it says governance. The Telcoin Association governance system comprises of a set of governance organizations and rules that shape the behavior of association miners within the Telcoin platform, right? And it says governance organizations, miners, including stakers, developers, liquidity miners, and validators through various collective organizations share full power and control in Telcoin platform governance, right? And again, it's just some more information here. Stakers, developers, liquidity miners, and validators each constitute their own minor group, and collectively share equal authority over and within Telcoin platform governance. And then again, there's some more information here, and then it kind of quickly goes on to say the four types of Telcoin platform miners include stakers, developers, liquidity miners, and validators. Each constitute their own miner group, and they collectively share full power and control over and within the Telcoin platform governance system. During election and delegation ceremonies, each miner group selects council members to represent their distinct interests on miner councils. So again, right? Whether, again, you're a staker, developer, liquidity miners, or a validator, you have a say-so in what Telcoin is doing, right? So it's the best of both worlds. It's a regulated company. It's a regulated crypto company, but they're also giving you the power to have a say-so in Telcoin. It's kind of like the same thing when you in traditional finance where they, you can vote on key issues if you're a shareholder, But I like how they've added this little piece here. So we're not going to get too much more deep into this, but I just wanted to quickly kind of look at the governance and again show you all the layers in which Telcoin is trying to tackle. So for me, that is pretty much it. Just wanted to get on, talk about how how a big deal Telcoin is going to be with the expansion of remittance payments, expanding into additional corridors, being that digital asset bank, expanding the digital assets within the app, getting a share of the remittance transfers between 2024, 2025, going into 2030, right? And kind of building out that infrastructure. So the Telcoin leadership team knows what they're doing. They have a plan in place. They are executing. Look for big things between now and 2024, going into 2025. It's going to go quick. So again, do what you need to do. Whether whether you've done DCAing, whether you are, still DCAing, just kind of depends on you. Like I'm still kind of DCAing into Telcoin, but a lot of good things are ahead. Thanks for listening and thanks for stopping by.